Gosh, I'm so excited. The January retreat's coming up so soon.
I've never been on the retreat before. What should I expect? I know that we pray for each other, relax, and have fun, but how do I know if I got the full experience? What should I be looking for?
It's easy to think they have to look for an experience or feeling during the retreat, but God comes to us when we're ready. On my first retreat, I was a little disappointed at first when I didn't hear from God. I figured, hey, it's a retreat. I'm with people who admire and love God, so why don't I feel connected to Him? Turns out, I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Most of the others were first-time retreat goers also, and by the end of the retreat, everyone, including myself, was sharing their connections to each other and God in each unique way He came to them.
That's a relief, but I'm still a little skeptical. I don't pray much on my own, mostly just at Sunday Mass. In fact, I find it really hard to pray on my own, especially with all the distractions of everyday life.
I'm the same way. My parents don't really pray much, so I never got the point of memorizing and reciting prayers. I always like to recite prayers and then put my own spin on it and talk to God by myself. I like to talk to God and talk to Him about the good and bad things that are happening in my life, and it's nice to experience His warmth and acceptance, especially on a cold day like this.
I agree with that. I like to mix it up sometimes and pray some traditional prayers, then add my own thoughts at the end. There are lots of things to keep in mind about retreats. A funny story, on my second retreat, the first night, I brought some leftovers from my dinner back into my room, and a young bear snuck in while the door was open. Needless to say, I didn't get the chance to eat my Oreos, but my retreat guide let me know there's a safe place to eat snacks.
I will remember that. I was so terrified, but we were all right. Wild creatures aren't the only thing to keep in mind at the retreat, though. I have to be honest, I've broken this next rule and found out why it was such a bad idea the hard way. A girl I knew on this retreat and I were talking about the bear that nosed into our cabin. She was really pretty and I knew she liked me. I was very hesitant to tell her I liked her, but I did. Her clothes were really skin tight, so not only did she break the dress code, but she was shivering uncontrollably. We snuck off into the woods, but all of a sudden, out of the woods, guess who came back to visit? The Oreo thief herself, and she brought along company. Mama Bear didn't seem to like our purpling. She came right up to us and growled. Then we ran back to the cabins and told our retreat guide everything that happened. So she was very understanding, but she also reminded us that we were there to experience God's grace and that we should not go to the opposite gender's rooms, and we should wait till we get home for romance.
Wow, that sounds really scary, but I suppose you're right. I'll keep my love life out of the retreat. I guess the rules are there for a reason. You never know what could be hiding in the trees. By the way, can I bring my Walkman?
You have a Walkman? Those things are ancient. Although music is great, it's nice to communicate with people while you're on the retreat so you don't miss out on any fun experiences. There's also lots of games and other things to do downstairs, such as ping pong and basketball, and there's also lots of snacks downstairs, so you don't get bored.
This is definitely true. Had I stayed on my phone during the retreat last time, I definitely would have missed out on all the different ways that God talks to us. The wind in the trees, the friends, the feeling of God's unconditional love and acceptance. I would have missed all that had I kept my phone, or had I kept my head buried in my phone, or Walkman in this case.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was just eating some snacks. So you know that the forest near the retreat center is my home. So just like when you're throwing away trash and when you're setting the fire, like just put the fire in the fire pit, so like you don't burn the retreat center down. And like when you throw your trash away, I need you to like actually throw the trash away so then you don't like accidentally eat it or choke on something and die. And if you're respectful to me and my home, I will be respectful to you.
What the? Where did the bear come from? How is this normal? Why is she speaking?
Well, hi, I'm Sue the bear. What's your name?
Colleen.
Well, Colleen. So I had a dentist appointment because I was like eating too much Oreos, and so I had a cavity, gotta get it filled. And I just got lost on my way here, and hopefully you don't get lost,
It's my good friend, Suze the bear. She felt sorry for stealing my Oreos, so she came back to apologize, and we became great friends. Anyway, Miss Bear, do you have anything else to add about how to act or what to expect during the retreat? You're a very wise bear, after all.
Thanks, Matt. Actually, I'm not sorry at all for stealing Oreos. And I was kind of disappointed that you only had one pack of Oreos. Like, who only keeps one pack of double-stuffed Oreos in their cabin? So, I don't yet. No, not sorry at all. But I do have lots of advice, so I hope you're ready to listen to me talk. It's important to think positively and speak positively about the people around you. And don't spend all the time in your cabin alone. Like, go out and actually meet new people, because if you spend all the time in the cabin alone, you're gonna get cabin fever, and then you're gonna get 100-degree fever like me, and then you're almost gonna pass out and faint. And it's just not a good situation because there are no medics. No medics. I digress. It's really important to think well and speak well about the people around you, because when you do that, it helps them to think well and speak well about you too. Imagine that! What a concept! And don't be afraid to meet new people. As Jesus said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm in their presence. So Jesus is always with you, and there's more than one person. Actually, he's with you all the time, but you go and sing. And one more thing, keep an open mind and attitude about the retreat. It's really easy to think it's going to be the same as it was last year, and like other people are going to be the same, and it's just not going to be the same, because nothing is ever the same. So you got to have an open mind. And God has a new and exciting plan for each of us. So if you're open to his new and exciting plan for you, then you'll receive his grace, and he'll be able to challenge you and give you the skills that you need to share his love with everybody you meet. Okay, I'm super tired, so I'm gonna catch y'all later and go catch some Z's instead, because I gotta go get ready to start my new cave, because my old one burned down. Yeah.
Bye, Mrs. Ware.
Oh.
What a great surprise. Suze the Bear always has great advice for us for retreats. It was great of her to drop by.
Awesome. One last bit of information for everyone. The bathrooms are right outside the main room near the front door. The first time I went, I couldn't find them for about 30 minutes. You can imagine how that turned out. Make sure when you get to the retreat to get your bearings.
Yeah, you do!
So that you know where important buildings and places are, such as the bathrooms, the dining hall, and your own rooms. Don't be afraid to participate in our activities. If they're silly, take all the more joy in doing something you normally wouldn't do. And above all, stay safe, pray, make friends, and have fun. The end.